I think my family plays an important part in every single one of my days. I am constantly inspired by them, and I really just want to make them proud. So, for as silly as that sounds, everything that I do, I have them in the back of my mind. Is that I want to be able to tell my mom about my Saturday night, and I want to be able to, have them show up to Brady Street Festival and to be proud and have fun and have a good time with that. So, I think everything sort of falls under that umbrella of making my family proud. And I think also too trying to break maybe some stereotypes of what a DJ is and does. And I think it's been fun to like create my own path and do events and be a part of events as a DJ and MC that I'm proud of. And again, that I can like show my mom pictures of and go home with our extended family and talk to them about what I do, and for them to be sort of surprised and shocked at what opportunities I've been given. And I think it comes out of like, I didn't know a DJ did that, or there was a need or want for a DJ for that. The biggest impact in losing my stepdad, Joe, has probably been, I want to push myself as hard as I can and see what I am capable of doing. And it's something that as an athlete I identified with. I remember when I was playing professional basketball, I would literally try to work out until I would pass out, which I never achieved. And that's, for as messed up as a mentality as that is, it's kind of how I try to look at working and what I'm trying to do with my DJ career and among other things. I want to come back to making him proud. I felt he was so successful and took care of his family and took care of us. And I want to just do my best to have his legacy continue to live on. And I think that's what things really kind of stepped up after he got diagnosed 2 years ago and then passed away a year ago. I really tried to kick it into maybe get lost in work to help deal with the grief and figuring that out. But I think he would be proud. It's goofy to think that, again, somebody's gone and they're not here to talk about it, but I think he'd be proud. So that's definitely something that is always in the front of my mind. So I recently learned this quote, and then had somebody also pointed out to me that it was very much a theme in the movie Coco, which I loved a lot. And having a conversation with people, I've learned the idea of death obviously is really different for everybody based on how kind of you're brought up in religious beliefs and whatever it is. And my mom actually used a quote for the memorial for my stepdad Joe's birthday that had passed this May. So we went to the gravesite and had sort of a memorial for him as his tombstone arrived and all that stuff. And so my mom found this quote from Banksy, which I'm sure obviously is, been borrowed, but this one came from Banksy, and I'm gonna, it's in my own words, but the idea is the same, is that people die twice. Once, the first time when we physically die, and then the second time when people stop saying your name. And so it's why this is Joe's handwriting that I want his legacy to live on. And I put it here on purpose. It's probably, admittedly, even with like long sleeves on, and probably my most visible tattoo. And so I want to talk about him. I want his legacy to live on. I don't want him to die. And it's why I do what I do, is to just, again, make my family proud. I want to be a good person, and I want to make people smile and impact them and do my best, because I think not only from a Milwaukee standpoint, but then from a stepdad standpoint, he impacted me and influenced me tremendously. And I feel really lucky that I had 10 and a half years of my life with him. But I think, again, religion plays into it. And I was born and raised Catholic, but I don't identify as religious. I think I'm spiritual. But I like that idea. I like that I can do my part so that he never dies. And I think, I made a book in his honor so that hopefully that book is around forever so that he never dies. So it's just kind of cool, because I don't know what the purpose of life is, but if we impact people in one person, right, is all it takes, in a positive way. And you talk about Joe now to somebody else, like, I did my job. And then they talk about, and they don't even need to know Joe. You didn't know Joe. But that's how I think it's cool to think about that, if we all just do our part.